What's up, guys? It's your girl Leytalks, and I am back with another interview on the One Black Shop Radio. I am so excited to be back. Listen, I know you guys have missed me. It's okay, because I'm back now. Not only am I back, I'm back with a special guest. Okay, listen, I met this guy at an event. Very, very, very talented. Actually, here's the funny thing about it. I followed him on Instagram already because of mutual friends, and I already was seeing how he was actually moving in his music journey. So it was so exciting to meet him, maybe like I want to say a couple of weeks or maybe even a month ago at another event. So today, guys, on One Black Shop, I do want to introduce to you Henry. Matter of fact, I'm going to let him introduce his own self. Henry, come on to the camera so they can see you all. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's up? Hold on, I gotta get my back pillow ready because you know how.
Don't get your back pillow. Hi. Yeah. So listen, is it Henry IV or?
It's Henry IV. The IV is just to make my suffix separate so that it's complete. Like my full name is William Henry Phaeton IV, so my middle name is and I'm the fourth of generation, so it's authentic. You know what I'm saying? That IV is all standalone by itself because that's me. That's my generation. You know what I'm saying? I gotta own that.
Okay. So what is your generation? Give me that real quick before we go into who you are. What do you believe? Who is your generation?
I feel like it's a lot of my father, my grandfather. They all started off with in church. You know, they all had like an idea in their head of who they wanted to be and what they wanted their legacy to be. And I got pushed really hard early on because of my father and who he is and everything. And I finally found, I feel like my journey or my piece, my face within the legacy that they're trying to build. My generation, the fourth generation of my name, it's really just love. It's authenticity. It's trying to be as forward and natural at the same time, because there's a lot of grit that comes with the life that we have, you know, the world that we're in. But I feel like there's also still like a lot of love that can be shared and delivered. So that's what I'm here for. It's like a well-rounded version of everything that came before.
Speaking of love or things that could be, you know, out there. So why music? You could have done anything else. You could have been a basketball player. You could have been a football player. You could have been anything in the world. Why music?
That's a good question. That's exactly why I chose music, because I couldn't have been anything else, because that wasn't in God's plans for me, honestly. And I've done so many things in my life. I've been in the military. I've done, you know, so much, and it all comes back to this. But like every single time, I'm just like, everywhere I go, it's like, yo, why ain't you doing music? You nice. Or why ain't you, you know, like even if I just sing a little bit or do a little contest or something, it always comes back to it. It's like I was born into it. Like it's part of my legacy. It's part of my bloodline. It's a part of me. Like I feel like music is literally running through my veins. So I gotta do it. It's all that it is.
Well, I'm glad you said you was in the military. So I'm a military brat. So I know when it's time to go out to sea, y'all get down at the underground of the ship and y'all may have karaoke. Y'all may do whatever. Tell me you were down at the bottom of the ship.
Yeah, I was always trying to do something, trying to create, no matter what. I remember when I was on the ship. It was like my last deployment, and this was like 2016 or something. And what happened was we went out, and every night I would go down to this little storage room where my homeboy had like stuff hooked up and everything, just a little something, and we would record. We just randomly do stuff, make songs and everything. So I felt like a lot of that pushed me back into it. It was like, you know what, you were supposed to do this no matter what. So yeah, definitely.
So how long have you been kind of doing this broad out music journey?
Oh man, I actually only started like 3 years ago, like I want to say 2017 officially.
Get out of here. 3
No,
years?
yeah. I mean, I've been doing music my whole life. Like, I've been doing music my whole life. But this journey, this particular journey, and everything that where I found a lot of my authenticity and stuff. It came in like 2017, like when I got out of the Navy and I reestablished who I was, and I got back to who I was, and understanding like where my place is and where I belong. You know, like who I really am. And it's come down to this. It's come right here, like right where I belong. So
okay. Well, I'm glad you said where you belong. So in this music industry, where do you belong? Who is Henry IV? Like why?
I feel like Henry IV is everything everybody needs to be the next, like to come next. Like everything everybody has been looking for in music, everything that they believe in when it comes to music, everything that they have been missing when it comes to music. That's exactly where I belong. That's who I am. And I'm here to bring it back and do whatever I possibly can. The grind, everything is not going to stop. I'm here. I'm here and I'm
So
going.
what is your lane? Do you do mostly R&B? Oh, there's no lane? There's no lane?
No. I know there is the music today. I felt like it was a lot of stuff that I've seen and heard. Yeah. I feel like it was definitely meant for me to be that's how I know it's my time, because for a long time it was like people like when I sing, and some people just love when I rap, and they just wanted me to. I want either or both, or they never really knew, because I couldn't just do one. It was hard. Like I can do a song or a few songs with just one or the other, and that's fine. But the full like I don't know, man. I don't have a singular lane. I can tell you that my lane is music, if that helps. So,
well, you know what? I am glad to hear that you don't have a lane. I do personally feel like that music is missing that authenticity that you were saying you bring, the rawness that you say you bring. I do wish that we can go back to actually rapping about what our life is really about, or singing about what your life is really about, versus what you think people want to hear. But I mean, I get it. But okay, great. So let's get into the music since we here. Tell me about I'm gonna do something. Let's talk about your first single. What was your first single? I want to know, how was it? How was it like? What did you do? How did you prepare for it? Like,
my first single ever?
Yes.
Like my first single?
Yes.
Wow. I want to say, my first single ever was called Be a Fence. It's like my first single out on platforms was called Be a Fence. And it was about growing up in College Park, in like Virginia Beach area in College Park. It was about just growing up in just how raw it really was, and how the people I was always around, the people I call my brothers and my family, like how raw they really were, and people never really understood. It was just like, okay, well, I know that some people knew the area, they didn't really understand it, but that was just like me delivering myself. It was like straight rap too. There was like almost no singing. It was like a little singing in there, but it was like straight rap. I'm pretty sure you can find that on that project somewhere, or somewhere on social or streaming media somewhere.
And go find it.
It's there. It's actually on YouTube. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Like the actual. But that Be a Fence was it jolted me a little bit, and that was like I came home on leave to record that, so I only had I want to say 10-15 days to really have a good time, but I really wanted to get that done, and I got it done, and it was it really felt like, okay, all right, I'm back. I'm not sure where I'm going from here, but I'm back. So, and that it was.
Why did I feel that same first album energy right now? First single energy. I felt like you're saying that again today. I'm back.
Yeah, because it feels like that. People never knew I was here in the first place. A lot of people. So for me to say I'm back, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that, because some people, they knew who they were a long time ago, but you lose yourself within different parts of life, and that's how this feels.
Henry IV, you talk while I listen, okay? You just I'm gonna let you do this last. I'm gonna let you do the rest of the interview.
Nah, you hosted me, man. I'm just here to I'm just here to give. I'm here to give.
It's amazing though, because you talk about your first single, the way and the passionate that you have about it.
Yeah.
Why don't we know who you are?
Oh man, that's hard, man. It's. I want to say a lot of it's probably me. It's probably the isolation that I have for myself. Like I'm very introvert. I'm very like closed in, and so being out there, it's not like I love it. Like when I perform, I'm a whole nother person. Like I'm not the homebody or the dude that just chills and lays back. Like I'm a beast. Like I snap. But when I'm home or when I'm chilling, it's like, it's the drive. It's not the push. Now it's different because it's like it's all coming together. But honestly, I feel like it was a lot of me. Like it was a lot of growth and a lot of things I had to do for myself and to myself in order to get here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people don't. It was responsibility. I had to take a lot of responsibility for like my own drive, my own career, my own focus. You know what I'm saying? So once I got to that point, that's when, people didn't know you. Now they know you, kind of thing. Like
back then, they didn't know you.
Yeah. Now I'm hot. Now I'm hot. I'm trying to stay hot.
So the lane of music, though, is it something like? Are you like an all-day person with me? Okay, so I know someone that's just like such a music talented genius to the point where you could say XYZ and the relationship of the response is music because that's how much they're so invested in music. Is that you?
I think now that I've grown a lot. Like I'm gonna be honest, I feel like music is so easy now, but it's not it's only easy because I'm venturing out and I'm doing other things. So now it feels like, okay, music is music is everything in me, and I have to use that as the center of everything else that I do because that's how I create, and everything is based off of music anyway. Like this world is based off of a frequency and different frequencies, and if you don't know how to balance those and operate those within those, right, then you might get lost. So that's
You see why I said you talk while I listen? Because why are you bringing the facts today on One Black Shop Radio? Like we were ready, but we wasn't ready for this.
I wasn't
ready.
Yeah, this is. I'm just. It's like I said. It's built off of different frequency to me. So everything that I do is now just creating. It's not music. It's art creations. Like you got to feel like how kings and queens are, you know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to build that type of legacy for ourselves and for whatever comes next and whoever comes next. So my thing is just like, it's got to start somewhere, you know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere.
It has to.
The foundation has to be strong.
So my next question, so when it comes to what I do, right? When I think about the creativity in it, I always want to do something that either is not here in the Hampton Roads, but it's possible to do. When it comes to creating music for you, what makes you go so hard with it? Like, why are you still going? Because a lot of people stop. Why are you still going?
Honestly, I want to say the drive comes from the support. Like, not just the support from people, because I don't, like I said, I had a post that I posted yesterday or the day before. And it was just like talking about how, like, I always hear people say fans, like I love my fans, I appreciate my fans, and I'm like, your fans could be people you don't really know, you know what I'm saying? And it's so not close. And of course, at some point, I'm gonna not know everybody that listens to my song, like not necessarily know. Oh, I don't know James and Terrence and Tisha. Right. The thing is, the people who support me, I feel like you're always gonna be connected to them. People who support you are legitimate, they're authentic, just like you are. So everybody who supports is becomes like family. Like that's what drives me. Like those people who are always tuned in, who are always locked in on me, and just be like, yo, bro, you're good to go. Even if I get one little heartbreak on my comments, that's all I need, because that's it, bro. Like I'm just like, yo, you watching?
Right.
This is for you. You know what I'm saying? This is just for you because you watching and you paying attention and you know what you want and what you love and what I'm giving. So, like I said, I'm here to give. I'm a giver. That's
how old are you?
I'm actually 32. It's a surprising age for everybody. So I normally don't even say it. I just be like, I'm young enough or old enough, but you know what I'm saying?
Seriously, you gave, okay, so.
Yeah, there ain't no age limit on this thing. Like, it's really not.
Okay, so, okay, I get it, but here's the thing. Yeah. To me, that's why I'm so passionate about doing what I do, because you're right. Back then, there was age limits that were put on people in the music industry. But when I tell you, when I got a day where, like we said, how today was just crazy, you know, all over the place. When I had a week where my mind was just going whatever, I want to listen to something that can bring me back and talk about something later.
Yeah. Something that makes you feel like that person going through the same thing I'm going through, or they know, like, what the, what? Like, how do you know that? How you know that about me? Like, I don't know. We just going through the same thing, so let's talk about it.
So is that what you make sure that you put in your music, the relationship to your audience?
I want to say yes. It feels like it's automatic. Like, at this point it is, because it's like I'm at the point where I worked, like, it's self-awareness first. Like, it's self-awareness, self-love. And once you work on that part of yourself, you already can feel the energy from people. Like, you can feel energy from your audience or your supporters, what they want. So the first thing, like, if I come into a room and I see everybody like a little down, it's like, oh, y'all need some sad music. Not sad, but something that's sad, but it's going to uplift you by the end of the song. Let's be right. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So what is studio time for you? What do you do at studio time? Is it, let me get my notebook, let me dim the light? What does studio time look like for Henry Ivy?
Studio time, man. Studio time looks like 1 to 2 hours of 1 hour of recording, hopefully more than, and another hour of straight making that song everything I need it to be. But I still got to come back to it. I always come back to it. But that's just the foundation that I lay. Like, I have, most of the time when I go in the studio, I'm paying for that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the time. So my thing is like, okay, I understand industry now. It's like time is money. So I'm writing at work, which is who I am anyway. So it kind of plays out the right way. Like, I write at work, I write on break, I write at home, I write in the car when I'm at the store and I'm waiting for my girl or somebody else to come out the store. I'll write anywhere as long as I have the vibe and the aesthetic like there. And then studio time, boom. 1, 2, 3, like, I'm in there. I know what I want to give, and I know what I want to do by that time. So, locked in.
So what would you say your best creation to this far? Like, what would it be? What single? Which song do you relate to the most?
That's easy. That's Momentum. That's easy.
Well, let's talk about Momentum, because if I'm not mistaken,
that's Momentum.
Up right now, right?
Yeah, man.
Tell me a little bit about Momentum. First of all, why do you call it Momentum? Because when I think about that, I always think like, you must have had a good momentum to do that. So give me your definition of momentum.
My definition of momentum is the drive that it takes to endure something, to keep pushing through. Like, momentum is something that, like, if you ever think about any type of thing that runs on an engine or anything that runs, if you put a car in neutral, but if you're driving 45 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour, and you put a car in neutral and it's still going without you pressing the gas, that momentum, that's the how you should live your life. You should live your life and live through every experience as just like that. Like, if I let off the gas, I should still be going. So if I feel like it's too much for me or something's I'm carrying too much weight, if I let off the gas, I should still be good. Even though I'm not pressing forward, I should be able to cruise and be like, all right, cool, I got this. Let me just relax and think before I press the gas again. You know what I'm saying? Put it back in drive and keep going. So that's the whole momentum, is explaining not just relationship wise. It's really focusing on relationships and what I went through and the type of relationships that I went through a lot, which is a back and forth kind of thing. It's like, I give momentum and then you give momentum and I pull back, but then I give momentum and then you pull back. And it's like, we constantly in a back and forth, and it's hard, it's rough, but that's what it means to me. That's definitely what it means.
Why are you this in tune? Please tell me. Like I speak with artists all the time. Why
Yeah.
are you in tune?
Um, it's probably like my creation, maybe like just the way God made me, and I wasn't always in tune. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't, and I feel like it's like I said before, self awareness, taking responsibility, owning up to who you were, like trying to gain some type of integrity, and just try to focus on you. Like you got to make yourself a better person to help everyone. Like if I can't do anything for me, if I'm down and down, and it's like you got to really own it, and you have to understand that once you do that, you still have to make sure that you're constantly doing that over time, because there's times you lose focus and you try to focus too much on people, and then you lose like that forward motion, that momentum for yourself. So it's got to be a balance, you know what I'm saying? I think I found a balance. I think that's the best way to say it. Like I found my balance in myself and in the world around me.
I just have to pause real quick and just give you that round of applause, because that's hard. That's hard. So being that is your definition of momentum. Why is this single called Momentum? Tell us about it.
The single came from just the past experiences. Like I said, was just relationships focused, mostly focused on the relationships that I've been through, and it's always seems like it's like you can never get out of this back and forth, like give and take thing. And it's like now it comes to the point where, okay, what are we doing? Because I'm giving you something, and then you're pulling back, and then you give me something back, and then I pull back, and it's like, where's the main focus? So at the end, it's kind of like it leaves everything out there, and it's just like now it kind of like lets people understand, like, okay, dang, I think I'm in something with momentum. It might not be relationship wise, but you're in something that you keep giving something and it's pushing back, or it's pushing away, and then they're doing the same thing, and you're like, oh wait, I don't know if I'm ready, or whatever the case may be. And people
you got my mind going right now. You thought you was coming to do an interview, but you sitting here like you.
But it's just so people can
download
recognize the energy.
right now.
Yeah, it's just so people can recognize the energy that they're putting out as well as getting. And that's basically all momentum is. It's not even, the song is kind of left open at the end, because it goes back to saying, you know, everything I do for you is momentum. It's like, so are you good now or are you bad now? But now you have to wait and see. You have to listen. You got to keep listening into the music, or you ain't gonna get the full story or the growth. So,
you gave me chills. Like you. So is this your first single to your next album, or this is just a single?
Oh yeah. There's only gonna be a few singles, but it should be. It will be enough for people to start to focus and understand where it's gonna end up, and not really know where it's gonna end up, because I'm about to hit them with bangers, like just all the way through. But they still gonna be like, okay, I'm captured. What you want to do now? Like, are you gonna feed me or let me starve? So that's all I want. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to capture first.
Well, I definitely feel like you've been cooking up some stuff, even in this interview. Like, I want you to know when I finish, I'm going to go back to listen to Momentum, because you gave me a whole different perspective of listening to it now.
That's the giving part. That's all I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
So give me more. What do you have going on that will leave us speechless?
All right, so Momentum singles out. Wait, this is the question, right? I'm trying to make sure.
Yes,
okay.
yes, you're going.
Momentum's out right now. It's streaming everywhere you can possibly listen to music. Even on YouTube, if you like listening on YouTube and you just want to, listen to audio on the ride home or whatever you need, it's out there. I also have Momentum's, which is the Heartbreak Universe, is like a TV music video collaboration series. The first episode obviously is Momentum. That's out now too. As you can see, that's my beautiful and very talented co-star. Her name is Yellow Kudek. I shout her out. Shout out my team. Sorry.
Do your thing.
Tim and Zach for Morissette Media and Paper Nature. They are amazing. They did the video They did the editing. They let me direct and produce and put it all together. And shout out to my awesome twin flame. I'm just gonna call her that because that's what she is to me. And she did the makeup, the hair, the on-set, keeping us up, making us sure we look fabulous the whole freaking time. And then she also helped me co-direct. She's awesome. So that's Jinx, and she's on Instagram. You can see everybody's name and everybody who was a part of this project. The first project, we ain't done yet. We got a lot coming. I also have another single coming out, and also another episode 2, which y'all should have seen at the end. I'm not gonna tell you because if you didn't see the video, then you need to go see it so you can see that video and see what's coming up next and how it's gonna all like go down. Also, I have the Static Heartbreak Showcase, and that's November 15th. Tickets are on sale online. The link is in my bio. You can get that, and that's gonna be $10. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing, something slight, and it's gonna be on a Monday. We're gonna change the face of Monday nights. Just this one time, because after this, you know what I'm saying, we might do it some more, do something, but we want y'all to be focused in on this one because that's November 15th, 2021, not any other year, this year. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks.
Not any other year.
Yeah, so I got that coming up. I do have a lot of other projects, but I'm still trying to make sure everything's in place right now. But it's going. The train it's already moving. So I hope y'all got quick legs for real.
Listen, you have literally left me with a cliffhanger. If we had more time, I would ask more questions just to hear you speak, because you speak as if, one, you've been here before. 2, it's like you're not playing about what you got going on. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I like that you said I've been here before, but I feel like maybe it's not that I've been here before, but just that I belong here. Like I finally feel like I do belong, and that's it. I'm inserted into my role, into my destiny. You know, my fate. I'm inserted now. Like, you know, that's what it feels like. So I think that's what it is.
How do you balance growing up in church and your reality is church? And that question is coming.
It's a very difficult question. It's a very difficult nature to have in a journey. I think it all comes from understanding like my foundation. My foundation was church, and everything that I've learned growing up, everything that I was growing up, it's still instilled in me, and not based on just because my parents put it there. It's based on that fact that I feel like once I got to a certain point in my life and grew and understood my faith, it became just, it's like it was there for already. Like it was there because you can only believe in something that's within you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's deep down there. Sometimes we try to run from it, or we try to, you know, dodge certain things, but you'll feel whatever's right is going to be right. Like you got to take that feeling to like wholesomely. So that's all it was. You know, so it was just finding, like understanding the foundation and finding the focus to, you know, like I said, balance and maneuver to where I fit in, where I belong.
See, I gotta go because you have me here all night. Listen to you talk. I love it. I like
that. I love your show, bro. Like oh
my gosh.
I'm so glad we finally did it.
Don't have me up here.
No, guys, you're the first interview I've done probably this whole year anyway. I'm pretty sure. Aside from a job interview.
So can we see the cover of Heartbreak? Of Momentum really quick before we go. Okay. I want to see it.
I'm trying to. I thought I put it in there already. Make sure
y'all go follow Henry IV on Instagram. Make sure you download all music. I don't care if it's music that you don't even listen to yet. But please, from this interview, as we've seen, he is open-minded. He's in tune, and his music is just not music. It's
there you go. He said I'll now link in bio because that's the last thing I posted on Instagram. But you know what I'm saying? It still keeps his aesthetic, I feel like. Just a little bit.
Yes. I love it. Wait, watch out real quick so we can see it.
I'm sorry.
There you go, y'all. Make sure y'all go get it. This album cover, it's giving me Grease. It's giving me Grease. Is that what you were going?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, 1950s, cuz. Yeah, like, if y'all don't. Yeah, I really like, I grew up like, loving all types of music and stuff like that. But the a few eras of music that really grabbed me, like a few decades, was definitely like 30s, 40s, 50s. I don't know what I don't like about the 60s. I didn't really listen to 60s. I don't know why, but it missed me a little bit. Then 70s, and I wasn't really an 80s fan except for rock, which is weird. I loved 80s everything. Trust me, I did. It was just like I was heavy rock and roll because of Michael Jackson and just rock and roll kind of thing. Like, so what?
Okay, real quick, give me your favorite Michael Jackson song. Since you said that.
The Way You Make Me Feel. That was like the first song Michael Jackson was that I like knew and danced to and really like vibed with, video and everything. Like, The Way You Make Me Feel was the first Michael Jackson song that I will think of for the rest of my life, because that is, for some reason, it's just like, it reminded me of who I was.
It do give you like that little beat, like especially when it comes. You a little bit right now, or
and there's so many good songs, and I don't understand why that always is like my song, but it's just there, man. It's just there. So
Henry, you did say that you can sing. I mean, you did say that.
Oh gosh, I did.
Come on, you didn't think that I was gonna ask you to sing before you go?
What am I singing?
Something from Momentum.
What? All right.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. Actually, maybe I should sing. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, right. Let them go listen to Momentum. You can sing something else. Like, yeah.
Gotcha. Hey, pretty lady with the high heels on. You give me fever that I never ever known. I swear you're keeping me satisfied. 'Cause you're the one for me, the way you make me feel. That's
hey, that's it. You guys have to go.
It's a little raspy
right now. Why you tear it up like that real quick? So
that's all I had. That's all I had left for the night.
I'm feeling like a Michael Jackson, The Way You Make Me Feel cover. I'm getting that. Like, that's the energy.
I don't know. Maybe it just fell into it. Whatever it is, it's fell into place however it's supposed to fall into place. Everything just inserted in the mind, and I just let it come out. Like, that's how creation works, So
I feel like we're gonna be hearing that soon, but it's cool. I'm gonna wait on it. Wait on it.
Something like that. It's definitely coming. Maybe a few times actually. Just the vibe, that frequency is definitely throughout the album is coming. Like, trust me.
I love it. I love your energy. I love your mindset. I love how you are. I love everything about you. As I stated, I met you before I met you, if that makes sense. Even when I met you,
that was crazy though. I felt the same way. I'm like, every time I think I heard about her radio show. What's the name? Who told me about that? I can't remember, but it doesn't matter.
Shout out to Rob J.
Yeah, shout out Rob J. Hey, bro, Rob J has been a very pivotal part of my journey. Like, and I'm not gonna tell everybody everything because they don't need to know all that. But that's my family. That's my brother. He has been like my music, my industry guru, kind of, so to speak. Like, just being there for me, for real, just family wise, like not even always, like never really wanting anything from me, but getting everything that I can give. You know what I'm saying? Because our vibes, our energy matches so perfectly. And I shout out to him for real though, Rob J. Like you an ace.
Shout out to Rob J, guys. Make sure you following Rob J on Instagram or anything that says Rob J.
Anything you got, follow Rob J too. That's Ken. That's Ken. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm super glad that I had an opportunity to finally spoke with you today. Listen, honestly, this has been amazing. I kid you not. You have re-kicked off One Black Shop Radio interviews with actually the energy that I want to bring.
Yeah,
I wanted to revamp it. I kind of want to be a little bit more free. I wanted to be a little bit more in tune, and I kind of wanted to have people on the show that was the same way. And God told me, here you go.
Man. I'm so glad to be here, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I really enjoyed this. This was like what I needed. I feel like for interview wise, like I just needed to be me and be raw. And I appreciate you for bringing that like that vibe to wherever this makes it, everywhere it makes it. like I appreciate that, because I think this interview is like the perfect one for me to start my
especially since your show
journey.
is next week. Guys, make sure you go and get your ticket. I'm gonna be there at the show. You know I'm gonna be in the audience.
Yeah, going crazy. We going crazy, man. We going crazy. I got a lineup too. Hold on, I got the lineup, bro.
Come on, give us the lineup.
Hold on. So I brought my brother out because my brother works so hard, and he's been doing this too. And he's my blood. Like, that's my blood brother, and he's amazing. He has a new song out called Perfect Match, and it's like a dance hall little vibe. I love that song. So, you know, if you can get some chance to look at that after you listen to Momentum, try to chat.
What's his name?
His name is Alexander Faye. You know what I'm saying? Alexander Faye. And he is a vibe. He's a great guy. And he's a great artist. Like, he's an amazing artist. Like, if you think I'm nice, like, we matched. We matched right there. He has another song also called Parked Out Front with two cousins of ours, which is dope. And he's gonna be at the show. Then we have Khalif Bryant, who is dope as man. Yo, this dude is nice, bro.
I know who that is.
Khalif Bryant is up there. So if you know who Khalif Bryant is, you better bring your ass to the show. If you know who Alexander Faye is, you should be there, because I know y'all love him. And both of those guys. And then I also have one more artist, but he's a surprise artist, and I'm gonna save him for actually tomorrow. Is the day that I release his name, and y'all gonna be excited, bro, because this is somebody that I love just like a brother too. And he's always like, we just always in the same area. Like, me, him, and my brother. Anytime there's something going on, I always see him. Like, hey, what's good? But anyway, sorry, I got into it because I'm happy, bro. The lineup is family, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing beats creating creativity in your journey with people that you love and you care for.
Yes, bro. It makes it so easy. So easy to think. Yeah. The right way too.
Before we go,
Yes,
and I hate that we have to go. I really do.
Yeah.
Leave us with some encouraging words because you're gonna be back on the show. I'm bringing you back. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we got to do this again. This was about. Honestly, I want to just say that everybody who's just creating, everybody who's doing something, if you wake up and you do a 9 to 5, I do that. I do music on top of all that stuff. So if you wake up and you go to work, if you wake up and you just create, if you wake up and you have the blessing of being a business owner that's successful, or just working towards your success, if you have any struggles in life, man, it's just like, understand who you are and understand your place. Don't let nobody ever try to sidetrack you or tell you that you're not good enough, because we all go through that. And that, to me, that's the most heartbreaking thing, is when people you think that are encouraging or that are going to be there to support you you got to keep going. And that's not for anybody else but yourself. Like, you got to keep going because you're good enough. Like, that's what Heartbreak King is about. That's what Heartbreak Universe is about. It's about you guys understanding where your heartbreak comes from and what it is, owning it, honing it, and turning it into something that's healing. So you Heartbreak Kings, Heartbreak Queens, that's what we are. We're conquerors of our heartbreak. That's what it's all about. So yeah, that's for y'all. That's for the kin.
You got me over here tearing up. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I don't think you know what you kind of just said right now. But super.
That's from the heart. That's from the heart, for real.
Yeah, it really is, and it was strictly on time. So that's why I keep echoing that you're just so into. Because talking to you feels easy. Talking to you feels open. Talking to you makes somebody want to be like, easy. Okay.
You make that. You ask the right questions the right way. You make that easy. Yeah, hell of a host, for real.
Well, I know we have to do this again, and we have to link. But guys, everybody who follows One Black Shop, anybody, we know One Black Shop platform is for anybody to come and to expose and be authentic and be raw. Listen, please tell them where to follow you at, where to get your music, anything you got going on. Echo that one more time for me.
I did a lot of work. I worked very hard to make sure all of my platforms, social medias are all Henry IB oriented. I'm finishing up all the legal work for Henry IB. So wherever you type in Henry IV, if it ain't the King of England a couple centuries ago, then it's only gonna show me. So Henry IV on Instagram, and there's an underscore after all that. But if you type in Henry IV, you're gonna see Heartbreak King. There's only one. Henry IV on Twitter, Henry IV on Facebook. It actually says Henry IV Heartbreak King or HBK on Facebook. So now I got that straightened out. That took forever. Henry IV on Spotify, Henry IV on Apple Music, Tidal, all streaming platforms. It's Henry IV. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, it's going to be Henry IV. Look for the channel. It probably actually right now, YouTube is the only place you're going to pop up and see Henry IV, the King of England or something like that. But type in Henry IV Momentum or Episode 1 or Heartbreak Universe, and I guarantee you, I'm the only person that's going to pop up because I'm the only person doing that. Love y'all, man. Love y'all.
Don't give a round of applause for Henry IV. Listen, I will see you on. Is it this Monday? Wait, let me see.
No. Next. So not next Monday.
Monday.
Monday
Okay.
after 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks to get tickets, bro. That's a long time.
2 weeks. You spent $10 at McDonald's anyway, so you might as well go ahead and support.
What you need prize for? You got singing, rapping, and dancing. Come on now.
Exactly, guys. Oh, you know what? I got something for him. Before I go, hold on.
What we got? Oh no!
Since there's only one Henry IV out there, what do we got?
Yeah. Oh.
Wait,
I like that song.
Oh, there you go.
I like that song.
Is that Momentum?
Hold on, one more time. Hold on.
Shout out to you. Y'all make sure y'all follow One Black Shop. Make sure you like and subscribe. And you meet me back here next time on One Black Shop. Shout out to Henry IV for being my special guest tonight. Y'all make sure y'all go download and follow and be there on Monday.